Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Georgia McGilly from Georgia-Beth Photography, and today I am with Georgie Dunn from Flore House, and we are talking all things wedding planning. We are here to give you guys some tips of what to do when you are coming to book your wedding venue. Georgie is the expert here because she owns Flore House, and she is going to give you guys some really good tips on what to do when you're booking your wedding venue. So we'll just get straight into it. So what should couples think about or have ready before they're inquiring at their wedding venue?
So if they found a venue that they think might fit, I suppose the next thing is maybe to have a think about, have they got anything in particular they really want? Because some venues are quite strict on the caterers that you're allowed. Whether you're allowed to bring your own alcohol or not, they will provide it. Just things like that, maybe to ask to see, can they have their own suppliers or do they have to pick from a list? That might be quite important to some people, and some people not so bothered. So maybe have a think about that. It might be important to know, can guests stay or not, if they've got people travelling distances, and if they can't stay, is there anywhere nearby that they'll be able to stay? Those things spring to mind immediately.
Yeah, that's really helpful, and that leads really nicely on to the next question, just asking like what sort of things should they be asking. So say they've come, they're really interested in a venue, they're now going to look around that venue, not any commitment yet, but what sort of things should they be asking the people or managers of that venue to do with their wedding day?
I think probably how much do you get? Some places they might be quite specific on the rooms that you are allowed. How much outside space do you get? Things like how does the day work? Maybe things like that would be quite important to think about. Will they be the only couple having their wedding there? Do they have exclusivity, or will they be sharing it with another couple? I think they're quite
that is a big thing,
important.
because I think a lot of people don't think about that, do they, when they go into a venue, especially like will another couple be there? If it is a big venue, you might have another whole wedding party there, and you were expecting it to be only you, and you just haven't even asked that question. So thank you, that's really good. So when they're looking round, what do you think are the sort of things that they should be looking for in a wedding venue, and or the other way? Like, are there certain things that you're like, okay, that would be a big no when you're coming to the wedding venue?
For me, I think I'm quite a relaxed person, and venue-wise, we're quite relaxed. You can ask and we'll try and work around, but some venues might not be, because they might be owned by corporate companies and they might have quite strict rules. So that even down to things like candles. Are we allowed to light candles and things like that? So maybe just gauge out, not what you can get away with, but what you're kind of allowed in a venue. Are there limits on time and things like that? Does music have to be off by a certain time? Are you allowed live music, or is it just a DJ? So I've noticed from researching other venues, some people do have quite strict things of what, and others are relaxed. You can do what you want. So seeing how you can work, because if you've got a venue in mind, you're looking round, you obviously really would quite like a top option. Just seeing how you can work with the venue to get the day that you really want.
Yeah, and I guess it is just kind of prioritising what. So say you really, really wanted candles and that was going to be your whole decor idea, then obviously you couldn't go for somewhere that wouldn't let candles. But if that wasn't such a big deal for you, just kind of let go of the candles and use tea lights, the electric ones or something instead. So so like you say, that's really helpful to actually couples, before they go into actually visiting a venue, to have thought about all that stuff so that they know what they're going to ask before they get there. And then really the last little bit is just, have you got any advice for couples when they're booking their wedding and they're in that sort of early stages of planning their weddings?
I think if you build up a rapport with a manager or an owner or wherever you're having your wedding, I think that's quite important, because you're going to be liaising with them throughout the whole process. So that would probably be quite important during a booking process. And just to remember that ultimately it's their day, and as far as possible to be able to have everything they want to make it the most special time.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much, Georgie. How can couples get in touch with you if they're interested in booking Flore House for their wedding?
So we're on Instagram, Flore_house. They can have a look on our website, which is florehouse.co.uk. And that's got the email, telephone, and lots of pictures, so they can have a look through and see what they think.
So if you're really interested in booking your wedding here, then go ahead and check out the website in the description below, or Georgie's Instagram for Flore House as well. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, and we will see you guys really, really soon.